your commitment, not just towards the temple, but towards your father as well. I think he planted the seed of this temple as well, and his inspiration. And for the many, many years, you are watering this temple. You are growing this temple into a huge tree where we all can serve, learn, and grow. Ved also says, Anuvrata Pitu Putro, how a child should be, how a son and daughter should be, that they should be the followers of the noble actions of their father. They should follow the footsteps of their father and take them forward to the next generation. And I believe that you are there in following his footsteps, in carrying his noble actions, noble thoughts, and noble deeds forward. Now, let's move on to today's ceremony, celebrating this Father's Day. This Father's Day is just a symbolization, but the teachings which we learn from our parents that need to be instilled in every moment of our life, throughout our life. So we will start with the Sankalp part. Please take little water in your right palms and repeat after me. Om Avasoho Sadane Sida. Om Tatsat Adityasya Uttarayane Grishma Ritau Ashad Mase Krishna Pakshe Shashthyam Tithau Adya Pitri Divas Uplakshe Adya Asmin Shubhasthane Devayajam Karaitum Sukh Samriddhi Anand Abhivriddhyartham Sarva Praninam Kalyanartham Parmeshwar Prityartham Idam Devyajam Karaitum Bhavatim Ritvik Rupe Vrenivahe. You can drop the water. And we solemnize the blessings of God while doing the ceremony, that may this be completed well. Now, we will start this Devi by chanting Ishwar Stuti Prarthana Mantra. Before that, we will chant Om 3 times. So let's sit straight, close our eyes gently, and we will chant Om, which is supreme name of God, which encompasses all the qualities, actions, and purest nature of God. So let's inhale deeply, and while exhaling, we will chant Om. We will recite together Gayatri Mantra. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. With this mantra, we pray to God, kindly illuminate our mind and intellect towards the righteous path. Next, we are going to chant mantras of praise, prayer, and meditation upon the qualities, nature, and actions of God. These mantras include His glory, our sincere prayers, and our commitments in the form of upasana, in the form of worshipping Him. The last one, Agne Naya Supatha, which has been summarized in a very beautifully translated bhajan. Agne Naya Supatha, O Agni, O self-illuminous God, supreme guide, our ultimate leader, take us on the righteous path. Take us on the path of nobility. Take us for our progress and upliftment. Take us to gain prosperity and your grace. Hold our hands and show us the right path forward, and purge us of all the impurities. May we abandon and abstain from devious ways, from sinful tendencies, from evil actions. Bhuyish Hante Nama Uktim Vidhi, with deepest regard, with profound reverence, with humblest expressions, we bow down to you. Please enlighten our path forward. Le chalo supatha sarvajata, कुटिल पथ से बचूं सर्विवाता. ले चलो सुपथ सर्व जाता, कुटिल पथ से बचूं सर्विवाता. मुझको दो आत्मबल, जिससे होवे सफल साधना है. श्रेय पथ पर चलो कामना है. So we pray to God, give us the inner strength. Give us the inner strength to tread the path of righteousness. May we never slip off from the straight path, from the path of honesty and sincerity. May we become pure like you, benevolent in actions, and follow the path shown by you. With these prayers, with this worship, let's admire His glory with these mantras. Om Vishwani Deva Savita Duritani Parasuva Yadbhadram Tanna Asuva. Om Hiranyagarbha Samavardhatagre Bhutasya Jatah Patireka Asi Sadadhar Prithivim Dhyamute Mam Tasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema. ॐ य आत्मदा बलदा यस्य विश्व उपासते प्रशिशं यस्य देवाः यस्य छायामृतं यस्य मृत्युः कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम ॐ यः प्राणतो निमिषतो महित्वैकैत्रा च जगतो बभूव यः ईशे अस्य द्विपदश्चतुष्पदः तस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम ॐ येन द्यौरुग्रा पृथिवी च दृढा येन सहस्रभितं येन नाकः यो अन्तरिक्षे रजसो विमानः तस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम ॐ प्रजापतेन त्वदेतान्यन्यो विश्वा जातानि परिता बभूव यत्कामास्ते जुहुमस्तन्नो अस्तु वयं स्याम पतयोरयीणाम् ॐ स नो बन्धुर्जनिता सविधाता धामानि वेद भुवनानि विश्वा यत्र देवा अमृतमानशानास्त्रितीये धामन्न धैर्ययन्त ॐ अग्नेन यसुपथाराये अस्मान् विश्वानि देववयुनानि विद्वान् युजोधस्मज्जुहुराणमेनो भूयिष्ठान्ते नमोक्तिं विधेम इति ईश्वर स्तुति प्रार्थनोपासना मंत्राः अथ आचमन ॐ अमृतोपस्तरणमसि स्वाहा ॐ अमृतापिधानमसि स्वाहा ॐ सत्यं यशः श्रीमयि श्रीः शयतां स्वाहा ॐ वाङ्मा आस्यस्तु ॐ नसोर्मे प्राणोऽस्तु ॐ अक्ष्णोर्मे चक्षुरस्तु ॐ कर्ण्योर्मे श्रोत्रमस्तु ॐ बाहोर्मे बलमस्तु ॐ ऊर्ध्वोर्म ओजोऽस्तु ॐ अरिष्टानि मे अङ्गानि तनुस्तन्वा मे सभसन्तु Next, lighting the light. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Om Bhurbhuvah Swadyoriva Bhumna Prithviva Varina तस्यास्ते पृथिवी देवयजनी पृष्ठे अग्निमन्नादमन्नाद्यायादधे Next, we will join our hands. Om Udbuddha Swagme Pratichakrihi Tvamishta Purte Samsrije Dhamayancha Asmin Sadhase Atyutarasmin Vishve Devaya Jamanasya Sidata. Next 5 key office. Oh, sorry, Samidhathanam. Om Ayanta Itmatma Jata Vedasene Dhasva Vardhasva Chetha Vardhaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varchase Nana Dena Samedhaya Swaha Idamagne Jata Vedase Tanna Mama Om Samidhagnim Dovasya Takritairbodhayata Tithim Asmin Habhya Juhotana Swaha Idamagne Tanna Mama Om Susamidhaya Shocishe Kritam Tivram Juhotana Agnaye Jata Vedase Swaha Idamagne Jata Vedase Tanna Mama Om Tantva Samidhirangiro Kritena Vardhayamasi Dihachochaya Vishya Swaha Idamagne Angirase Tanna Mama. Next 5 key office. Om Ayanta Itmatma Jata Vedasene Dhasva Vardhasva Chetha Vardhaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varchase Nana Dena Samedhaya Swaha Idamagne Jata Vedase Tanna Mama Om Ayanta Itmatma Jata Vedasene Dhasva Vardhasva Chetha Vardhaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varchase Nana Dena Samedhaya Swaha Idamagne Jata Vedase Tanna Mama Om Ayanta Itmatma Jata Vedasene Dhasva Vardhasva Chetha Vardhaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varchase Nana Dena Samedhaya Swaha Idamagne Jata Vedase Tanna Mama Om Ayanta Itmatma Jata Vedasene Dhasva Vardhasva Chetha Vardhaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varchase Nana Dena Samedhaya Swaha Idamagne Jata Vedase Tanna Mama Om Ayanta Itmatma Jata Vedasene Dhasva Vardhasva Chetha Vardhaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varchase Nana Dena Samedhaya Swaha Idamagne Jata Vedase Tanna Mama. Next is sprinkling of water. Om Adite Lumanya Swa. Om Anumate Lumanya Swa. Om Sarasvatya Numanya Swa. Om Deva Savita Prasuvayajam Patim Bhagaya Divyo Gandharva Ketapuhu Ketannaha Punat Vachaspatir Vacham Naha Svadatu. Adharavajya Bhagavati. So we'll give first in the left direction, second in the right, next in the middle. Om Agnaye Swaha. Idam Agnaye Dannamama. Om Somaya Swaha. Idam Somaya Dannamama. Next in the middle. Om Prajapataye Swaha. Idam Prajapataye Dannamama. Om Indraya Swaha. Idam Indraya Dannamama. Next morning prayer followed by evening, followed by both times prayer. So we will give samagri. Om Suryo Jyotir Jyotihi Surya Swaha. Om Suryo Varcho Jyotir Varchaha Swaha. Om Jyotihi Surya Suryo Jyotihi Swaha. Om Sajurdevena Savitra Sajurushasendраvatya Jushanaha Suryo Vetu Swaha. Om Agnir Jyotir Jyotir Agnihi Swaha. Om Agnir Varcho Jyotir Varchaha Swaha. Om Swaha. Om Sajurdevena Savitra Sajuratrindраvatya Yushano Agnirvetu Swaha. Om Bhuratmay Pranaya Swaha. Idamagnay Pranaya Dannamama. Om Bhuvarvayave Panaya Swaha. Idam Vayave Panaya Dannamama. Om Swaradityaya Vyanaya Swaha. Idamadityaya Vyanaya Dannamama. Om Bhurvubah Swaragnivaya Vaditebhya Vyanebhya Swaha. Idam Agni Vaivaditebhya Pranapan Vyanebhya Idannamama. Om Apo Jyotirasomritam Brahma Bhurvubah Swarum Swaha. Om Yame Tham Devagana Pitarashopasate Taya Mamadya Medhayagne Medhavinam Kuru Swaha. Om Vishwani Deva Savitaturitani Parasuva Yad Bhadram Tanna Asuva Swaha. Om Agnenaya Supatharani Asman Vishwani Deva Vayunani Vidvan Yuyodhasmajjohurana meno bhuyishante nama uktim vidhema swaha. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tatsaviturvarenyam bhargo devasya dhimahi धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा. Next, we are moving on to the special offerings of today. So first we will give 4 times ghee offering. Om Bhuratnaye Swaha. Idamagnay Dannamama. Om Bhuvarvayave Swaha. Idam Vayave Dannamama. Om Swaradityaya Swaha. Idamadityaya Dannamama. Om Bhurvubah Swaraknivayavaditebhyah Swaha. Idam Agnivayavatitebhyah Idannamama. So next are the offerings. First for the Father's Day as a Pitri Yajna. First we will give the Ahuti with the same mantra which I referred in the beginning of this yajna. Om Anubratah Pitu Putro Matra Bhavatu Sammana Jaya Patte Madhumatim Vacham Vadatu Shanti Vam Swaha. Om. Yeah, before deciding the next one, this mantra enjoins upon us that may we continue to spin and weave the people of sinless tendencies. Anulbadam vayata joguvamapo manurbhav janaya daivyam janam. So this mantra says that may we continue to follow the path of sun. We shine like sun in our life. And whatever we gain in our life, whatever noble teachings we have in our life, we continue to pass it on to the next generation. Manur Bhava Janaya Daivyam Janam. That we give rise to the spiritual generation. But the question arises, how is this possible? Ved Mantra itself says that first we ourselves become human beings. So having said that, it means that raise ourselves before raising the children, because this is a very I would say a very burning question throughout the generations, that how to raise a child, how to parent a child, how to father or how to mother a child, because it is said that it is easy to give birth to a child, but it is always difficult to raise him. So this mantra says that raise yourself before raising the child. So that means, having said that, we should continue to upgrade ourselves with the next generation. We should be ready to give answers to their questions. And since today is Father's Day, so I'll little focus on the father. A father is a provider, a father is a protector, and a father is a provider, as well as he is the supporter of the family. So the way he provides, the way he protects his children from the heat of the life. Apart from this, or along with that, if he can add a little flavor of friendshipness, a little flavor of love, and a little flavor of giving an openness to the children so that they become willing to share their thoughts and emotions with them, so that would make their life as well as the children's life glowing. So that teaching we need to take in our life, that we can only give them the opportunities whatever are available to us, but what kind of human beings we are making them, whether they become an engineer, a doctor, or something else, but they should become a good human being. They should be raised close to humanity. So mantra says, Om Tantum Tanvan Rajaso Bhanumanvihi Jyotishmatah Patho Rakshadiya Kritan Anulpanam Vayat Joguvamapo Manurbhava Janaya Daivyam Janam Swaha. And apart from this, it is said that if we want to fix a flower, what do? Do we fix a flower or we fix the environment? So that's what this mantra says, that providing a right kind of environment to our children is a large part of parenthood. That the way we behave, the way we conduct ourselves, children are very fast to pick up on that. They observe us deeply and pick from there. So we should follow that path. Next is the special offering, because day after tomorrow is the Yoga Day, and yesterday it was being observed in US Embassy. So we will give one offering for that as well. Oh. Om Yujeva Brahma Purvyam Namobhirvishloka Etu Patheva Surehe Shrindvantu Vishve Amritasya Putra Aye Dhamani Divyani Tastu Swaha. So I think we all are clear on that yoga is not just a bundle of physical activity or breathing exercises. It is far beyond that. It is a process, a method, a technology of establishing in our own self. It is finding the true nature of our own self and shaping our life the way we want to be. It is a way to determine our own self. So the question arises that what kind, in that case, what is that yoga and how to be on that path of yoga, how to pursue that path. So this mantra is from Brahman Gran. This mantra says that those who want to pursue the path of yoga, they should seek for the company of an adept yogi, of a yogi who is well practitioner in the path of yoga. As our path is enlightened for righteousness when we are in the company of scholars, in the company of learned people, and by practicing their teaching. Similarly, when we have the company of those yogis, when we have company of those adept yogis who are well versed and well immersed in these practices, then our path for yoga also gets enlightened by following those little practices of yam, niyam, essential practices of personal code as well as social code of conduct. Now we will give again 4 ghee offerings. Om Puratnaye Swaha Idam Agnay Dannamama. Om Bhuvarvayave Swaha Idam Vayave Dannamama. Om Swaradityaya Swaha Idam Adityaya Dannamama. Om Bhurvubah Swaratnivaya Vaditebhyah Swaha Idam Agnivaya Vaditebhyah Idannamama. Next, we are going to give offerings from Gayatri Mantra. So those who are sitting behind, they can come forward and give their share of offerings. Om Bhurvubah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurvubah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurvubah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurvubah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurvubah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurvubah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurvubah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Next is Vishkrita Ahuti. ॐ यदस्य कर्मणो अत्यरीरिचं यद्वान्यूनमिहाकरम् अग्निदृद्विद्यात् सर्वं स्विष्टं सुहूतं करोतु मे अग्नये स्विष्टकृते सुहूतहुते सर्वप्रायश्चित्ताहुतीनाम् कामानां समर्धयित्रे सर्वान्नः कामा समर्धय स्वाहा idamagne svishtkrite dannamama. Next is the silent offering. We will recite Prajapati in our mind. Om Swaha idam Prajapataye dannamama. Next is the final three concluding offerings. Om Sarvam Vai Purnam Swaha. Om Sarvam Vai Purnam Swaha. Om Sarvam Vai Purnam Swaha. Next is Yajna Pratna. I think Kriti will do it. We all will chant along with her.
पूजनीय प्रभु हमारे भाव उज्ज्वल कीजिए, छोड़ देवे छल कपट को मानसिक बल कीजिए। वेद की बोले जाए सत्य को धारण करे, समय सारे दुख सागर चले। अश्वमेधा निकर छाये यज्ञ पर उपमा को नित्य श्रद्धा भक्ति से राजा हम करते रहे। पीड़ित विश्व के संताप सब हरते रहे। भावनामृत जाने मन से पाप अत्याचार की कामना है पूर्ण होवे, यज्ञ से लाभकारी हो अवतार जीवदान के लिए। वायु जल सर्वत्र हो सुगंध हो धारिए। स्वार्थ भाव मिले हमारा प्रेम पद विसार हो। प्रेम रस में मग्न हो भगवंतना कर रहे। करुणा करुणा आपकी सब रहे। जरूर प्रभु हमारे भाव उज्ज्वल कीजिए, छोड़ दे
Blessing for our Yajmans. Yajmans, please close your eyes, join your hands, have your heartly wishes, your prayers in your mind. Accept Yajmans, everybody else. Please stand and raise your hands or join your hands with your blessings. The Yajman. And say with me, Om Satyaha Santu Safalaha Santu Purnaha Santu Yajmananam Kamaha. O God, by your grace, by your blessings, may the Yajman who are in the company of saintly and devoted people may truly be blessed to fulfill their wishes. May they are successful in their endeavors. May they are able to complete their missions. Om Sutamaya Varta Vedamatha Prachodayantam Pavamani Vijanam Ayuhu Pranam Prajam Pashum Kirtim Dravinam Brahmavarchasam Mulyam Dattva Brajata Brahmalokam. O God, kindly bestow, kindly bless our Yajmans with vital air, with noble progeny, with auspicious life, with a long life, with a full age, with prosperity, with ever-growing prosperity, with the pristine Vedic values, with benevolence and with intelligence. Om Swastihi. Om Swastihi. Om Swastihi. Now over to Vishnuji.
Namaste everyone. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers, all the dads. पितृ दिवस की आप सभी को बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं. Vedas teach us to celebrate, observe पितृ दिवस, Father's Day every day, every moment. May we continue to be inspired by the Vedas, by the meanings of the Vedas, Vedic knowledge, and have our fathers in our thoughts, in our prayers, and in our actions all the time. Our family is blessed to have many fatherly figures in this temple, and I bow down to all of them for continuing to shower their blessings to us every time, again unconditionally. We are always humbled to see the love, affection that they provide us, the blessings that they provide us, and the continued support that they provide us. I hope that we will come true to their expectations of trying to support the temple, trying to follow the righteous path. Thank you, all the dads, once again. Now, to begin with, we will have a bhajan by Havishkrit on the Father's Day. and then we will continue with the next program.
नमस्ते जी, यूजुअली ये वैसे करते हैं, फिर प्रयास करें। कभी माता पिता का ऋण चुका सकते नहीं, हम कभी माता पिता का ऋण चुका सकते नहीं, इनके जो एहसान है इतने गिना सकते नहीं, हम कभी माता पिता का ऋण चुका सकते नहीं। ये कहाँ पूजा में शक्ति, ये कहाँ फल जाप का, हो तो हो इनकी कृपा से खात्मा संताप का, इनकी सेवा से मिले धन जान बल लंबी उम्र, स्वर्ग से बढ़कर है जग में आसरा माँ बाप का, इनकी तुलना में कोई वस्तु हिला सकते नहीं, हम कभी माता पिता का ऋण चुका सकते नहीं, इनके जो एहसान है हरगिज़ गिना सकते नहीं, हम कभी माता पिता का ऋण चुका सकते नहीं। देख ले हमको दुखी तो भर ले अपने नैन ये, देख ले हमको दुखी तो भर ले अपने नैन ये, भूख लगती प्यास ना और नींद भी आती नहीं, कष्ट हो तन पे हमारे हो उठे बेचैन ये, इससे बढ़कर देवता सुख भी दिला सकते नहीं, हम कभी माता पिता का ऋण चुका सकते नहीं, इनके जो एहसान है हरगिज़ गिना सकते नहीं, हम कभी माता पिता का ऋण चुका सकते नहीं। पढ़ लो वेद और शास्त्र का ही एक ये ही मर्म है, योग्यतम संतान का यह सबसे उत्तम कर्म है, जगत में जब तक रहे सेवा करे माँ बाप की, इनके चरणों में ये तन मन धन लुटाना धर्म है, ये पथिक वह सत्य है जिसको जुटा सकते नहीं, हम कभी माता पिता का ऋण चुका सकते नहीं, इनके जो एहसान है हरगिज़ गिना सकते नहीं, हम कभी माता पिता का ऋण चुका सकते नहीं, हम कभी माता पिता का ऋण चुका सकते नहीं। Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, including my father and my uncle, who has always been a father to me.
Thank you very much, Havishrit. Now, without further delay, I'm going to request Acharya Ashish Darshanacharya ji to lead us, guide us on this occasion of the Father's Day. Acharya ji is no new figure for us. We all, almost everyone, have been blessed by his wisdom, words of wisdom. Acharya ji carries himself with an aura that influences everyone, And I feel that is because Acharyaji himself is a spiritual personality from inside and outside. It is not something to show to people. It is what he does in his day-to-day life. And that's what makes him different than others. Acharyaji has been continuing to impart the Vedic knowledge by means of his teachings, by means of his talks, by means of his recordings in the past 3 years. I think he visited us last in 2019. And after that, COVID happened. And in that time also, Acharyaji, instead of being idle, he created a series of around 100 plus talks on the Vedas, what is in the Vedas. And he chose specific mantras from the Vedas and gave very simplistic talks on all the Vedas. So those videos are online. Of course, he has been working to develop a first of its kind meditation center or Vedic learning and meditation center in India. So great productive years he has been continuing to have while continuing to try uplifting his own life and guiding us wherever we have sought the guidance. Without further delay, I welcome Acharyaji for your presence, and I request you to guide us with your talk today on the Father's Day, approximately 40 minutes. Chalice. Please give a round of applause to Acharyaji for his presence.
ओम सभी को सादर नमस्ते। लगभग 3 वर्षों के बाद आप सबके बीच में आने का अवसर मिला है। ईश्वर का धन्यवाद करता हूं, आप सबका धन्यवाद करता हूं। So today is Father's Day. Let's remember first our eternal Father, Divine God, who is existing everywhere, who is within us. Please repeat one Ved mantra with me. Please repeat with me. Om Tvam Hinnah Pita Vaso Tvam Mata Shatakrato Babhuvitha Adhate Sumnami Mahe. So this is a Ved mantra from Rig Veda's 8th mandala of Rig Veda. In this mantra, it is explained that, O God, performer of innumerable sacred activities. In this mantra, God is mentioned as Shatakratu. Shatakratu means performer of innumerable, thousands of sacred actions for the well-being, for the welfare of all of us. So here Ishwar is called Shatakratu, and the Ishwar who is Shatakratu is our eternal Father. He is our eternal Mother, and we pray to our eternal Father and eternal Mother for inner peace, happiness, and the capabilities by which we became able to maintain our mental balance as well. So, on this occasion of Father's Day, I think first of all, being residents of America, you may know better than me why it has been celebrated here, Father's Day. Do you know the history about the Father's Day? How it began and how it became in fashion to celebrate Father's Day in US? Do you have some idea? Any of you? Okay. So let me share some history about Father's Day first. Why it has been celebrated here in US? I think Havishkit may know about that. So today is 19th June. Today is 19th June and the year is 2022. Father's Day, the first Father's Day was celebrated here in US in 19th June of 1910. 19th June 1910, it was celebrated first time here in US. So why this celebrated? Why this day was initiated? I think we should shed some light upon that. We should understand that as well. So it is written in your history that in 1908, one church in the honor of 362 died men. There was a accidental death of 362 men who died in the coal mines explosion, unfortunately. To remember them, to give reverence to them, to give them whatever they did, to admire their work, a church sponsored an event and where all they remembered them and give their reverence to them. And that was the beginning of Father's Day, because to remember those 362 died men, those were fathers. Those were fathers, to pay homage to them. It was started in 1910. And a lady from Washington, I don't remember the name of that lady, but a lady from the Washington who were among 6 children who raised by a widower, who was raised by a widower, who were among the 6 children who were raised by a widower. She raised her voice to give respect, to admire dads, to admire fathers, not only mothers. She raised her voice because she was raised by a widower. So she raised her voice, and then after that, her voice was so supported and it declared as a holiday in US. And you know that Father's Day is a holiday here, but it is Sunday today.
I think they celebrate on Sunday.
Okay, but officially they announced, declared as holiday as well, according to my studies, whatever I have gone to the Google. So why Father's Day? Father's Day has been celebrating here in US. The history behind that I shared with you. And according to the Vedic concept, you know very well that in the householder's life, there are 5 duties we perform, those we call yajna. And there, among those 5 yajnas, there is Pitri Yajna. And Pitri Yajna, it is for both parents. It is for parents. It is, we can tell Matri Pitri Yajna as well. So in the Vedic tradition, it is every day's a householder's duty to serve their parents, to serve their elders. But if we specify one special day, like it is specified here, if we specify as a one special day, so we Vedic people can take the positive, I say positive message from that whole the year, we Vedic people, we try to serve our parents and elders, but this day may be a day to introspect that are we being able to serve them with devotion, with that kind of reverence or not. So I think we must take this Father's Day in that way. Do you agree with this? Are you with me here? Okay. So Father's Day. Today I was thinking that how can I figure out fatherly qualities different than motherly qualities. So I think we should discuss some things. So we know the sweetness of mother and how she cares, how she takes care of her child. So what the father's special qualities we can discuss here? Because Father's Day is what I think it is a day for the father. Those are in the present and those are in our memories. And not only those are only in memories or in present, and those are to be fathers. Those are to be fathers. So if we discuss the fatherly qualities and we relate those with the inner personality of a person, I think everyone can learn so many things. Okay. So just I would request you to share one fatherly quality here in the congregation. As you may have heard, as you know, that father means pita. This word itself is telling one fatherly quality, that father is pita because it protects. Pita means a protector because he protects. And of course, yes, father is provider. And father is disciplinarian. Do you agree with this? Mother also disciplines, but as father disciplines, his way of disciplining is different. And father instill moral values, and father instill strong work ethics. Father instill strong work ethics in the heart of children. So these are the some qualities which I shared, and I request you to share some qualities, then we will go ahead in this lecture.
So the father always believes in giving out, never to expect anything back.
Yes, so father is always believe in giving out unconditionally. What you are saying, unconditionally. So, yeah, father is unconditional and unconditionally he's giving out, he's protecting, he's raising their kids. Yeah, it's very thanks for that. Any other point?
Ambitious.
Ambitious. Ambitious in the sense?
In the sense, father wants his kids to grow and then become successful in their lives.
Okay, in that way, father is very ambitious that he wants to see her kids grow in the right direction and become successful in their lives. Yeah. So in this way, father is ambitious. And in this way, I think, yeah, of course, father must be very ambitious. Okay. And ambitious, this word sometimes it is in a good sense also, in the negative sense also, but the sense you are sharing, that is, I do agree with that. Every father must be ambitious in this sense.
Inspire and challenger.
Inspire,
Inspire and challenger.
inspire and challenger. Challenger in which sense?
To continue to go higher and go out of the comfort.
Yes, yes, yes. To continue, grow higher and to come out of their comfort zone. Children's comfort zone. So father, yes, you are perfectly right. The father pushes children to come out from their comfort zone. When father pushes children to come out from their comfort zone, then at that moment or at that time, what children think or experience, let me ask the children, those are sitting here in this congregation. So there are so many children are here to celebrate Father's Day here. So how do you feel, Havishkit, when father challenge your comfort zone and just push you out from that?
A few years ago, it used to feel a bit harsh because I used to feel like I was being forced to do things that I didn't want to do. Now, for like the past 4 or 5 years, after thinking about it, I've realized that it's always been for the good, and because of that, I am what I'm doing.
So now it is your experience now that it has been always for good. Truly. So your father is really very experienced and smart father. That you have experienced that it has always been for the good. Yeah. So now you trust your father from the inside. Now you have trust. So you don't feel at that time negative when your father comes and just push you to come out from their comfort zone. And yes, Anushrava is there. Anushrava. And I will come to Kritika as well, because she sings really well. Okay, so Anushrava and Vichaksha and Kritika and wearing that cap. Handsome. Answer. Okay, I say handsome. Okay, and two girls are there.
Sabda and Kavya.
Shabda
And Kavya.
and Kavya. Kavya. Shabda and Kavya. Okay. Yes, Anushrava, please share your experience when your father comes and just push you out from your comfort zone and create challenges in your life. How do you feel inside?
I feel excited.
Oh, you feel excited. Wow, it's great. You're really very good kid. What else you feel? You always feel excited. Sometimes. And what in the other times? Yeah, this is a very good golden opportunity to share your views. At this time, your father will not be able to do anything with you. So this is a very golden chance. Anushram. What else you experience sometimes? Do you sometimes become irritated? Yeah, you sometimes become irritated. And do you sometimes become demotivated as well? Because of over motivation. Because of over motivation, do you feel sometimes demotivated? Yes. Okay. So on this sacred occasion of Father's Day, fathers are learning what their children are feeling. Okay. So yes, Richaksha, how do you feel? Because of the fathers, children feel encouraged as well, feel motivated as well, and the father is role model for children. Who is the role model? Father. Who is the Krish? Father. Who is the Spider-Man? Father. Okay, Spider-Man, I think it doesn't suit here. Any other word, suitable word for that? Means father is their real hero, their role model. Do you agree, Shabda? Okay, you are Shabda. And what about Kavya? Do you agree with this? The father is role model. He is the most powerful personality in this universe for the children, for the child. The most powerful. Are you here? Kavya? Are you here? Okay, handsome is smiling. And one new friend has come. What's your good name? Urja. Wow. Urja. First time I have heard this name. Have you heard this? Urja. Do you know the meaning of Urja? What's the meaning of Urja? Energy. What kind of energy? Okay. Energies are always positive. Energy is never negative. Do you know this? That is always positive. Okay. So Father's Day, so father is caring, father is protecting, father is provider, father is instilling values and strong work ethics, and father creates challenges in our life to motivate us to come out from our comfort zone. So father is father, father is Pita. Any other attribute would you like to add, Kritika? Kriti?
Anything else?
About what?
What father?
He teaches stuff that we don't know.
He teaches what we don't know. Perfect.
I never even knew how to swim, and he taught me how to swim.
Please repeat again, Kriti.
I never knew how to swim, and he taught me how to swim.
Swim. He told me how to swim.
Yeah, he told me how to swim. And have you requested him to teach you how to climb a tree?
Now, but I do by myself.
Climbing, to learn climbing a tree is very good. And I request her father to teach how to climb a tree. So sometimes to teach children, father comes from their comfort zone. Okay, to present themselves as role model. So
And we also have Adam.
yeah, where's Adam? Okay, he's sitting there. Yeah, I just firstly I saw you, Adam. Then I thought today I will speak in English. Really. So I asked once, Vishwaji, how many people are here? Those would not be able to understand Hindi. Then I saw it. Okay. Then I decided. Okay. Are you getting my English? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good too. Thanks for that. So, Adam, would you like to add some quality of a good father?
Sure. I think he encourages also. So if you make a mistake or if you do something you're not supposed to, they will guide you and teach you and help you to understand in a positive way.
Yes, you're right. You're right. So, in starting, the month which we cited, in that mantra, Almighty is accepted as Father there, Pita there. So, and the Almighty is also accepted as Mother as well. So we can conclude this that a person must have both kind of qualities in their life. Fatherly qualities as well as motherly qualities. So if a person who imbibe both kind of qualities, then he follows or he tries to become like Almighty God within limits. Okay. So a person who doesn't have kids, who is not married, okay, like some people here, those will be, okay, father. If they marry, of course they will do like they would adopt these qualities. And if the person is not married, can the same qualities can be applied to those persons, so many persons, those are in need of that kind of protection and support. In your college life as well, if you are protecting your friend, okay, and if you are supporting your friend's life, and if you are making them knowledgeable, if you are helping them, so these all are fatherly qualities. And if you are so caring, so nurturing, so loving with your friend, okay, then these are the motherly qualities. So these qualities, those both kind of qualities are in Om, in God, in Almighty. So we must try to absorb or imbibe both kind of qualities. Okay. So a person who imbibe both kind of qualities then become a balanced personality. So Father's Day, sometimes children become irritated because of so much advices from elders, so much advices from the elders. They become internally irritated. They don't feel like to listen those kind of advices again and again. So at that time, how can they manage their mind? Now, this is the topic. This is the new thing which I would like to discuss with you. So when Anushrava, when you feel irritated, when you feel, oh my God, just let me live myself as I want to live. Do you feel like that sometimes? Anushrava. Okay. But Havishkrit, now you have gone through this. Now it is over in your life now.
I didn't hear the first part.
Yeah, I'm asking that if a child feel irritated because of the over suggestions, over caring, over advice. Sometimes they care a lot, that level of caring become a cage, a burden, a prison kind of thing. They're so cares, they care so much sometimes, especially mother. Yeah, sometimes father as well. At the dinner, at the time of dinner, lunch, sometimes they sir kha jate hain. It happens sometimes. है ये नहीं खाया, वो नहीं खाया, थोड़ी सी रसमलाई और खा ले, थोड़ा सा दूध और पी ले, थोड़ी सी मलाई और खा ले. Sometimes they really become over care. Okay. So at that time, how children must manage their mind? Do you ever experience this kind of thing, Kavya and Shabda? Have you experienced this? What I am telling about? Okay, you are all really very good. You have good experience. And Urja, what do you do at that time of your energy? When you feel that now they are just caring, over caring, they are so sensitive, they are over caring me, then what do you about your mental energy? How do you flow your mental energy in the right direction? That I would like to know. How do you flow your mental energy at the right direction? Or you get irritated, disappointed. You become disappointed at that time. So how at that time a child can flow his or her mental energy in the right direction? At that time. At that time is a challenge, that is a real challenge. So how can a child flow her or his mental energy in a positive direction? Adam, is the question clear? This is a practical problem. Okay, so when we feel irritated or disappointed because of the over caring, whatever, okay, so at that time, how a child can flow his mental energy in the positive direction? How is possible?
I think remaining calm is important, and then it depends on the situation, but either agreeing for that time and explaining later what they don't like, or if at that time it's okay to be able to say, this is what I want or this is what I like, and decide. But really, I think it depends on the situation, because if it's doing something you're not supposed to but you want to, that's one thing, versus if it's over care.
Yeah, but if it is pre-decided that we will not react at that time, we will maintain our peace of mind, and we will, after that, whenever we find them in a comfort and a suitable mood, then we will try to explain them. No, it doesn't suit, it is not good, and how I feel irritated and disappointed, then it can be explained later. At that time, if we don't react, okay, yeah, mom, I'm full. I don't need much. Okay. And if you will put one more chapati, then it will be a waste. Okay. So, okay, if you want, even if you want to give me that chapati, also okay, but it will be wasted or it will harm my health. Okay. Again, if she gives, then take, but don't be disappointed in your mind. It is in your hand to become disappointed or not, to maintain your peace or to become restless. It is in your hand. So if you maintain your inner peace that time anyhow, and if you maintain the way, if you maintain the proper language, and if you don't react, and after whenever you feel comfortable, then you can discuss these things with that. Urja, what do you think? Because this is practical problem. We must address these problems as well. We must address these problems as well. This is a practical thing.
For me, what works is whenever and in that moment where maybe they're overhearing. A lot of times, I think as children, we tend to think that, oh my God, they're doing this and they're trying to make me irritated, or they're not doing this in a good way. But then you have to shift your perspective. And for me, what works is thinking about why they're saying what they're saying. Because when you realize that they're saying it for a positive reason, for your own good, then it helps you think from a better perspective and helps you out.
Yes. If you just, with a better perspective, if you see the what their thinking is behind that, but how they are thinking behind that. Okay. And if you see some positivity, and if you change your perception, at using these, you can, at that time, you can maintain your peace inside, and you will not be reactive, and you will not be disrespectful at that time. So, and later on, you will be able to make them understand about that. Any practical problem which fathers face raising their children, because children are also here. So from the both of the sides, we must try to come out with the solutions. So the fathers are also here. So do you feel any kind of this kind of challenge raising your children? Children are also here. If you will share your views and your experiences, then I think children are very mature and they will listen to that and they will try to understand that. Any father? Yes.
You don't know what you're talking about. You're out of step with modern times. Forget it. I'm done with you.
Yes.
No, it is more of a prioritize, right? Like for the kids, the priority at that point can be games or sports or something else that they want to get to. And for us, the priority is feed them.
Yes.
Right? So the event and actions of what we prioritize at that event makes a difference. Right? Right now, his priority is to play. He doesn't want to focus here. If I force him to focus, he's not focused. Going to focus here, right? The priorities and the event and more that's offering at that time is different.
The same, yeah, you're right. Because they have different priorities, we have different priorities, and their level of understanding is different. Our level of understanding is different. I heard that once a father, he make an agreement with his son, an agreement, signed agreement. Okay, have you listened to this? Okay, yeah, this is real thing. A father made an agreement with her son. Okay, if you will follow these rules and regulation, and if you follow this routine, if you will take the healthy food and that whatever. So your means what we say price agreement, that was agreement, not price. Then I will pay you 50 rupees. If you will follow this routine up to a week, if you will go early to bed and early to rise, whatever good things you can know that, you understand that, then I will pay you $100 or 50 rupees or 100 rupees per week. And really, it worked. That kind of agreement, it worked with a little kid. That I came to know with an experienced person, that I managed my son will like that. Now we have an agreement. So I pay. And he follows, because this is agreement. And he follows, and he is improving because of that. Now in that way, he's coming with the new habits. And now after having those new habits, now he understands the values of those new habits.
No, but it can go the other way around too, because then he's always expecting something. Okay, if I do this.
Yes, you are right. You are right. You are right.
So
That's why,
the habit.
yes, that's why in Manusmriti, Maharishi Manu mentioned some practical steps to raise your kid. Maharishi Manu told that just divide according to the age of the child, just divide his life in 3 categories. When he is not much intellectual, then any kind of temptation, use and give the temptation, because that at that age, child understand that language only. Okay, so give some temptation. This is also one kind of temptation that you are paying for that. Okay, and when you find that now the child is mature, little bit mature, then focus on convincing them. Then show them the gains. If we will follow these things with understanding, then how ahead he or she can go for. So when they are a little bit, they are raised intellectually, they are grown up, then there is no need of this kind of agreement. There is no need of giving gifts and those are kind of temptations. Just then make them convinced, then they will be convinced. So Maharishi Manu, in this way, he explained how to do proper parenting. Okay, so a child who is so immature, that child must be tempted in this way, and it works. Yes.
Mataji, at what point a father from his fatherly mode becomes more like towards a friend or a philosopher than protecting and all other qualities? Now he becomes more like a friend and then treats him as
Yeah, when the child is intellectually grown up, okay, and in very मोटी भाषा में बोलते हैं, जब बच्चे के चप्पल का साइज और फादर के जूते का साइज सेम हो जाए, then become friend. Okay, then there is no need for this kind of temptation. There is no need of scolding. Just be friend and just give your suggestions, your advices. just advise, just give your suggestions, and rest is left on them. So, जब बच्चे intellectually grow हो जाते हैं, when they are grown up, then behave them with as a friend. Yeah. Any practical problem? I think time is up. Time is up. Any practical issue, if fathers or children they want to share, then we can discuss in this congregation. Otherwise, we'll sum up with this. Yes.
It might be my personal opinion, but experience as well.
Yes.
So when I have kids, then I start to realize how important are my dad and mom. That's why, like, we as a dad or mom, we have to keep teaching them good manner and everything. So, like in different time areas, as you said, sometimes we have to be friends, sometimes we have to overcome them and then force them to do something because they don't know how to do it. And if, for example, a teenager, they might disagree in most of the things sometimes. So their physical growth might have impact to react in that way. So at the same time, their mental growth would have the same situation. So that's why, in my experience and what I think, okay, let's continue teaching our kids, even if they are limited sometimes, realize sometimes, as we heard from him, yes, he's in the right age maybe, but these small kids, they don't know how responsible are their parents or their dad to carry them on in the right track. That's why, so we need to continue giving them the good environment. So when time comes, if we stop giving them the good environment, they may not learn it.
Yeah, you're right.
Still, we need to wait until the time. Like for example, if somebody's son do not have their kids, they may not know the proper value of their parents. Like they're caring, they may think, oh, they were over-caring, for example. And when they start to grow their child and do the same thing that his or her parents were doing, then they may realize, oh yes, that is the reason. So how we are caring our kids, my dad and mom used to do for me.
Yes, you're right.
So
yes, Kavya is smiling. Shabda is smiling. She is smiling. So, yes, you are right. And with the from the perspective of children as well, from the perspective of parents, we should openly discuss these issues, whatever we are have been facing, okay, while raising our children. So if we openly discuss these kind of things with children as well, in this kind of congregation, I think it helps them as well to understand our mindset. So at home, parents should discuss openly these kind of things with children. And in this kind of congregations as well, when we address these kind of topics, we must openly discuss with them, and we should try to know their opinion as well, how they are thinking, how they are perceiving the things. Okay.
even sometimes if the kids, you are with these kids and they ask, you ask, how your dad react in such a situation.
Yes.
There might be the hall would be different. Like my daughter, she can reply certain questions, answer, but she's almost silent here because I'm here. So
yeah, that's why.
At the same time, that would be a good platform to get idea how they perceive things.
Yes. Yes, you are right. So, but I am suggesting that in this kind of congregations, we should raise this kind of topics and openly discuss. Okay. Sometimes children sometimes children open with us at home and sometimes in the congregations. So anyhow, if they become open, then they will understand your perspective as well. If they are mentally blocked, then it is very hard to convince them. So these kind of discussions are must. Okay. So thank you very much for keeping your patience. Thank you. Oh.
Thank you very much, Acharya-ji, for very productive session. I wouldn't say it's a sermon, but again, everyone got some learning out of it. So I think the 4 key points that Acharya-ji emphasized upon was, of course, understanding perspective from each point of view, from the children point of view and the parent point of view, right? We parents are also children of our parents too. So of course, it applies to us as well. Then of course Acharya-ji re-emphasized managing reaction pattern, and it applies in any relationship, be it is social, be it is personal. How we manage our relations, how we manage our reaction to anything that is uttered or anything that is said is what determines the ultimate outcome of that reaction or the situation, right? Then Acharya-ji also mentioned that we need to enhance or we need to expand communication across the generations, again, to understand the perspective and waiting for the right moment to give or take the feedback. So if these 4 tips can be implemented in our day-to-day life, probably we can become better parents or children, and we can have more effective and productive relationships. One more thing, key quality he mentioned was, we can implement the fatherly or motherly qualities with anyone else as well. He gave the example of the friends. We are working with many people. If we have certain qualities and if we are able to successfully imbibe those qualities to someone else, if we are having a caring nature, we can impart, or we can be careful for some other person. We can help calm down some person. So if we are able to motivate some person, we are exercising those fatherly qualities to our friends, to our neighbor, to our extended family. So any goodness, of course, it has to be given with caution that, again, if we do the overdose, the person gets irritated. So in reason, as long as we can give that dose of our experience to someone, we can implement those fatherly qualities, motherly qualities within us as well. Thank you very much, Acharya-ji, for these practical guidances that you provided. And as you know, Acharya-ji is going to be here for a couple of months. हिंदी में तो कहते हैं कुआं प्यासे के पास नहीं आता है, और नदी का पानी पीने के लिए हमको ही नदी में जाना पड़ता है. अगर हमको समुद्र में तैरना है तो समुद्र पे ही जाना पड़ेगा, राइट? तभी हम समुद्र का आनंद ले सकते हैं. वैदिक टेम्पल के बाहर समुद्र नहीं आ सकता. बट व्हाट वी आर fortunate that we have a ocean of the knowledge amongst us sitting here. Imagine so hard it will be if we have to gain this knowledge going to his ashram in India and being there for a few months. We cannot take off from our work. We cannot take off from our family. We are always taking care of thinking of our things back home. Fortunate part is that we are all fortunate that Acharya has given his 3 months for us. And out of these 3 months, all other cities are getting only a couple of weeks. Atlanta got the maximum benefit of his presence. Now it is up to us to make the maximum use of his time. Programs can be organized, program can be planned, place can be open, but ultimately people have to come, join together and get the benefit of those programs, right? So it's up to us how much of benefit of Acharyaji's sessions are we able to take. Few of the highlights that we are going to have, the programs that we are going to have, I'll give to you. And I'm hoping that everyone can try their best to attend those programs. Most of the programs are going to be in person because the goal is to have people sit in a group. It is hard to focus on people on the social media, chat, and in person. For example, when we were interacting, some people were speaking here and others are not listening to our voices. So they're now saying we're not able to listen to the chat, right? But the idea is that we all who are attending can focus on what is being said. So except Sunday's program, all programs are going to be in person at the temple. That's one. We are going to have Sankhya philosophy sessions starting tomorrow. It's going to be weekday, first, third, and fifth weekday of the week. 8 p.m. to 9:30. 7:30 to 8 is a potluck dinner, and it's optional for people to participate in that. If you don't want to participate, just come at 8 o'clock, attend the session, and you can be gone. But if you want to participate, you can bring something, you can collaborate with others. 7:30 to 8 will be a dinner, and 8 to 9:30 will be the Sankhya Darshan session. Now, Sankhya Darshan sessions, these are a sequence of talks. It's going to be like 15, 20, maximum 15, 17 sessions in which he is going to give a gist of around 550 plus sutras of the Sankhya Darshan. So it's like he understands the bigger picture, even in more details, but he's going to provide us a treasure or gist of it in those many sessions. It's going to be a sequence. So if we have to get the maximum benefit, it's going to be interactive, mixed language, English and Hindi, but we have to be here on a weekday in the evening. And Sankhya Darshan, Acharya was mentioning yesterday that ideally it should be understood first before we actually go to the Yoga Darshan, because Sankhya provides us even more understandings of the deeper meanings of the meditation, how our meditation can be more successful, more productive. We can understand what are the difference between animate and inanimate objects, how do we know ourselves, how to get rid of miseries. So there are many points that will be emphasized in those sessions of the Sankhya Darshan. That's going to get started from tomorrow. So that's one that we all can attend. If you cannot attend, if you can at least inform 5-10 of your people who may be interested that, hey, something is going on in the Vedic temple. There's an Acharya who is here, who is leading us, guiding us on the treasure of the Sankhya Darshan. If they want to come, they are most welcome, right? Then, of course, every Sunday we are going to have the talk on the what is in the Vedas. So every time Acharya is going to cover 1 or 2 mantras of the Veda and give a very basic introduction of that Veda mantra. We may get around 7 to 10 sessions of Sundays with Acharya. So again, it's up to us how much benefit that we want to take from his presence and his sessions. There is a special meditation camp, weekend meditation camp in the Labor Day weekend in September. So you can block the dates. It's still being planned out where, how, what. But 1st September to 4th September is what it is. Actually, no, 2nd September to 5th September we are going to have. Then there is a Vedic Value Promoters Camp. Those people who have attended his last camp or who have good understanding of the Vedic principles, the Vedic programs, there's going to be a camp from July 1st to 4, wherein Acharya is going to talk about how do we relay the Vedic knowledge to others. That's the goal. First, we should be able to understand. So some understanding is expected. Now, public speaking, public dealing, answering the questions and sessions, facing the questions from our own children about the Vedic concepts, how to start a new learning group in our area or in our family and community, how to influence others about the benefits of what we have learned. So many focus areas that we will have for the Vedic Values Promoters Camp. Again, it will be open only for eligible candidates. If you have some basic knowledge, if you are willing to expand and go and promote that knowledge to others as well, this session is for you. So this is from July 1st to 4. And of course, we'll have a summer fun camp for the students in July 25 to 31. So my request to all of us is that we take maximum benefit of Acharya's presence. He will be available to give any individual sessions, individual discussions. If you want to have any program at your homes, we have Saturdays available. Some of the Saturdays are still available. So if you can block those dates, you can talk to Lataji, you can talk to Virat, anyone in the executive committee or myself. Let us know which date you want to have Acharya at your place. You can have a congregation, you can have a group at your place and organize the programs. Idea is that if Acharya is with us, let us see how maximum benefit can we get. And you know, how much benefit we take from him decides how frequently he visits us. If the same group continues to meet him every year, then we get opportunity to meet him 3 years or 4 years. If we can get more people, if our group gets bigger, we get more piece of the pie. So it's up to all of us. I hope that we will take maximum benefit of his presence. If you have any questions, you can let me, or Lataji, or Virat, or Savitaji, anyone know. We'll be happy to answer those. With that said, again, wishing you all a happy Father's Day, wishing you great health, happiness, long life, and may all your wishes, all your vows to yourself and for your fathers may come true as well. Requesting Lataji for the meditation. And the meditation, as you know, is what we are following. The script and the guidance has been provided by Acharya himself. Thankfully, with his inspiration, we have been able to continue this for last few years, a couple of years at least.
Namaste everyone. Happy Father's Day to everyone. Now I'm closing my video. Please keep your cell phones on silent, please. Sit comfortably. Close your eyes gently. Now we will recite Om once. Take a deep breath. Om. Relax your face, neck and shoulders. Relax. Now, sensing your breath, breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Be relaxed. You are a pure eternal soul. Drop all mental negativities, fear, habit of comparing yourself with others, ego, jealousy, anger, grudges, and etc. Drop all. Again, breathe in and breathe out. Now, inhale deeply and exhale forcibly and hold your breath outside to your comfort. Hold it. Now, release the hold and come to regular breathing. Sense your breath inside your nostrils. Be focused inside the nostrils. Omnipresent God is giver of this breath. Accept this truth. Accept God's holy presence within you. Maintaining the God's presence, chant Om inside devotionally at your pace. Now, pray for the welfare of all. May all be happy and healthy. Pray. We are all children of one divine Mother God. We belong to one family. Feel oneness with all. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Feel grateful for this opportunity. Now recite Om once, followed by Shanti 3 times. Take a deep breath. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Rub your palms. Gently bring them over your closed eyes. Open your eyes inside your palms. Take them away. Dhanyavad. Please rise for the Aarti.
प्रमिला शर्मा जी, आप आरती गा सकेंगी?
ओके।
हाँ जी, उनका वॉल्यूम ऑन कर लो। हाँ जी, शुरू करिएगा।
ओम जय जगदीश हरे, स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे। भक्त जनों के संकट, आर्य जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। जो ध्यावे फल पावे, दुख बिन से मन का। स्वामी दुख बिन से मन का। सुख संपत्ति घर आवे, सुख संपत्ति घर आवे। कष्ट मिटे तन का। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। मात पिता तुम मेरे, शरण पढ़ूं मैं किसकी। स्वामी शरण गहूं मैं किसकी। तुम बिन और न दूजा, प्रभु बिन और न दूजा। आस करूं मैं जिसकी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। तुम पूर्ण परमात्म, तुम अंतरयामी। स्वामी तुम अंतरयामी। पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर, पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर। तुम सबके स्वामी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। तुम करुणा के सागर, तुम पालन करता। स्वामी तुम पालन करता। मैं सेवक तुम स्वामी, मैं सेवक तुम स्वामी, कृपा करो भरता। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। तुम हो एक अगोचर, सबके प्राणपति, स्वामी सबके प्राणपति। किस विध मिलूं दयामय, किस विध मिलूं दयामय, ऐसी तो सुमति। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। दीन बंधु दुख हरता, तुम रक्षक मेरे, स्वामी तुम रक्षक मेरे। अपने हस्त बढ़ाओ, अपनी शरण लगाओ, द्वार पड़े हैं तेरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। विषय विकार मिटाओ, पाप हरो देवा, स्वामी कष्ट हरो देवा। श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ, श्रद्धा प्रेम बढ़ाओ, संतन की सेवा। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। तन मन धन सब है तेरा, स्वामी सब कुछ है तेरा। तेरा तुझको अर्पण, तेरा तुझे समर्पण, क्या लाग है मेरा। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। जय जगदीश हरे। स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे। भक्त जनों के संकट, आर्य जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओम नमस्ते सबको। आचार्य जी को स्पेशली नमस्ते। मैं बहुत दूर हूँ आपसे, परंतु मैं महसूस कर सकती हूँ आपके प्रेजेंस। धन्यवाद।
ॐ ह्यौ शान्ति अन्तरिक्षं शान्ति पृथिवी शान्तिराप शान्तिरोषधयः शान्ति वनस्पतयः शान्ति विश्वे देवा शान्ति ब्रह्म शान्ति सर्वं शान्ति 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 सामा शान्ति वेदी। ओम शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति।
Oh God, by your grace, the regions be peaceful, the same be peaceful, the earth be peaceful, the water be peaceful, the vegetation and medicinal plants be peaceful, the entire universe be conducive to peace and prosperity. May Super Creator bring us peace. May there be peace, peace alone. May the peace be with us. May the cause peace, physical and spiritual peace.
भोजन मंत्र। ओम अन्नपते अन्नस्य नो देयनानि पश्य सुष्मिनः प्रप्रदातारं तारिश ऊर्जं नो देहि द्विपदे चतुष्पदे। हे अन्न के स्वामी प्रभु, आप हमें अन्न दो जो रोग रहित और पुष्टिकारक हो। आप अन्नदाता का कल्याण करो तो पाए मनुष्य मनुष्यों और चौपाई पशुओं आदि में तेज धारण करो। O Annadatta Ishwar, giver of food, kindly provide us with energy producing food. Grant energy to those who give food and charity. May all living beings be blessed with energy giving food. Jai Ghosh. जो बोले सो भय, वैदिक धर्म की जय। मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम श्री रामचंद्र जी की जय। योगेश्वर श्री कृष्णचंद्र महाराज की जय। गुरुवर स्वामी विद्यानंद जी की जय। महर्षि स्वामी दयानंद सरस्वती की जय। संसार के सभी श्रेष्ठ महापुरुषों की जय। आज के आनंद की जय। आज के यजमान की जय। आर्य समाज अमर रहे। वेद की ज्योति जलती रहे। ओम का झंडा ऊंचा रहे। वैदिक ध्वनि वैदिक अभिवादन सबको सादर नमस्ते की।
Namaste everyone. Kindly help us cleaning up the temple. All devotees are requested to come here, and then food is on the other building. So please be there. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for joining today again. Thank you Pramila ji. Thank you everyone.
Happy Father's Day to everyone, whoever is father. And
जी धन्यवाद. We'll meet you again on next week.